Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Welcome to our show. Our guest today is Sylvia Egel, Metabolic Balance's General Manager and Director Coaching and Education. Sylvia brings tremendous experience to her various roles at Metabolic Balance, allowing her to effectively manage its day-to-day operations and to direct the coaching and education in the USA. She has devoted her entire professional career to health and wellness as academic advisor and coach for Metabolic Balance, as well as being a business owner and teacher. Her deep insight into the challenges people face when adjusting to a healthier lifestyle, along with her master's in education sciences from the University of Mainz in Germany, allow her to pragmatically tailor the metabolic balance plan to maximize the results and the program's value. One of her key responsibilities is conducting the certification seminars in the United States that help practitioners become metabolic balance coaches. She's here today to discuss her upcoming certification program and how becoming a metabolic balance coach can add tremendous value to a wellness practice. Welcome to the show, Sylvia.
Thank you very much for having me, Phil. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, that's great. Sylvia, to help our listeners better understand the certification program, can you describe the Metabolic Balance program and the type of people that would make great coaches?
Well, I want to start a little bit with the personality of a coach and then go into outlining the certification. A great coach is someone who believes at the core shares actually our belief that food is most instrumental in our health. So whatever we put in our mouth and eat, our body has to deal with. So therefore, choosing the right foods for the individual is really essential. Our coaches actually come from all different backgrounds. Nutritionists and dietitians seem at the first look our first choice, but we have also certified MDs, doctors, people who work already in an alternative healthcare like homeopaths, chiropractors, DOs, naturopaths, even massage therapists, yoga, Pilates teachers, or personal trainers. But we also have the person who is just very interested in nutrition. And all of those people realizing very soon that Metabolic Balance is really the program to do exactly what they love to do, helping others. So, but no matter from which background, our coaches are people who just want to help other people, family and friends in the beginning very often. And they help with the easiest means by changing to a healthy lifestyle with food. Now,
okay.
Go ahead.
No, I wonder if you could talk a little bit about the actual program and how it helps people to naturally lose weight using food as opposed to supplements or other options.
Yeah. Now, the Metabolic Balance program was masterminded to counteract metabolic syndrome. And this might seem very medical and very scientific, and it actually is. But the key point is to really provide the food items that an individual needs to get the right nutrition with the food items, and therefore counteract, for example, high blood pressure, also minimize the circumference around the navel. That's actually one of the main diagnosis for metabolic syndrome. And then with this personalized food plan, they actually then achieve not only a healthier lifestyle or more health benefits, but also lose weight.
Okay, so it uses food as medicine, so to speak, to help them lose weight,
Correct.
get healthier.
Absolutely.
And how do you go about identifying what are the right foods for the people? Do you have like just one list of this is the food everybody eats, or is it more individualized?
No, it's really individualized. It's personalized, based on the chemistry, the blood chemistry of this person, but also of their personal case history. If you have people who are using certain medication, the medication is may not be or maybe actually that they shouldn't eat. I just named something, broccoli or, or any other food items. So we actually minimize also by doing so interactions between medication or ailments and the foods. There are certain foods that are not as good for people who take certain medications. And this is what we make sure as well with Metabolic Balance.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense because you're using actual blood chemistry and their personal profile about what they eat, what they take, their lifestyle, to individualize a program that allows them to eat themselves into a healthier life. Is that kind of a...
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now tell me a little bit about the people that are using the program, the metabolic coaches now. What do they like about the program?
Well, first, what they like about the program is it's real easy to integrate it in a running office for any health practitioners or to start a coaching practice. Like I didn't have a coaching practice when I became a coach, and that's what I'm doing now, day-to-day life. Now, the return of investment is really fast. Plus, the certified coach have this additional tool, the personalized metabolic balance plan they can offer. Then, very interesting, the testimonies and success stories from the client. Actually, the client himself or herself, as the walking billboards in quotation marks, then will be an advertisement in itself, and it will be free.
Okay.
Now, we as coaches have seen, and our clients have reported success stories from just simple statements like, you turned around my life, or you've helped me to get my life back, to I don't need my medication anymore, or I could lower medication. My physician is so amazed by the results in weight loss and improved health parameters. That's something that is really amazing. And also, Phil, I've heard that myself about 10 years ago, that my doctor said, well, when I came and said, I want to lose a couple of pounds, and he said to me, well, Sylvia, you're almost 50 years. It's not that easy to lose weight anymore. And here I am, I'm looking for advice. And this doctor says to me, well, you're getting old. And, then I found out about metabolic balance and started with a personal nutrition plan and lost 35 pounds in 3 months. We have clients as old as almost 90 years, and they feel like they were put into a fountain of youth. One of my clients who made Metabolic Balance her own birthday gift for her 70th birthday, she achieved her goal in time for her party, and the invited guest said actually that there's only half of her now celebrating because of the tremendous weight loss she had achieved. She achieved 37 pounds in 5 months, and she dropped her clothes size from 16 to 10, and sometimes even only an 8, and she also said that all the ailments that naturally come with growing older just disappeared. And, as I said, those feedbacks from the clients will so much help to actually get more clients, because people will ask, and, the 37 pounds may not show, but the size, the clothes, simply the clothes they are wearing differently, makes such a huge difference.
Wow, those are some amazing stories. It's got to be very gratifying as a coach to be able to help people to make
Yeah,
such transformative changes in their lives, without adding medications or other things that make them dependent on something, where they're actually just
right.
using food, which feeds the body, and the body, if you take care of it, will heal itself. Um,
Hmm.
so tell me a little bit about the program itself. If someone's really interested, what's involved in the certification process?
Now, in the certification process, what we do is it consists actually of two parts. We have 16 online lessons where we teach scientific basics and medical fundamentals of the Metabolic Balance Program. And that's practically the backbone and scientific research that has been done over the last, I want to say, 30 years. The details discussed there include the topics and the principles behind metabolic balance, overweight, obesity, and the medical consequences, the metabolism and its pathways. Then also those online lessons, which every coach can do, or every becoming coach can do in their own pace. Well, not really. We give them about 6 months to finalize that because, you want to get to it.
Right.
But we dive also into the energy and protein metabolism. We discuss cholesterol, blood sugar regulation, diabetes, the metabolic syndrome and its medical consequences. And as I said before, Phil, which was actually the reason that metabolic balance was created to counteract metabolic syndrome, which is really a lifestyle illness, and last but not least, in this online training, we also show the results and the efficiency of the Metabolic Balance Program. And then we have actually our second part, and this is where I come in, because I teach the one-day workshop, which we teach in person, and we discuss the coaching protocols and practices, the metabolic balance nutrition strategy, and metabolic balance program overview. So we discuss the 4 phases and the 8 golden rules, or I would rather call them the 8 strategies of success for the metabolic balance program. And then really going more into the practical implementation with metabolic balance portal introduction, a nutrition plan entry, as well as the metabolic balance program execution, like the intake forms, the lab testing, and so on. And also, we show the results of the metabolic balance study that has been done.
Wow, that sounds very comprehensive. If I don't have a technical background, am I going to get overwhelmed by the material, or have you set it up so that the everyday person can understand it?
Well, actually, it's really interesting because we, and I have to laugh a little bit because I'm giving examples, but I don't give any names. But we've had nutritionists who thought, oh well, I can just go over the material and it's not an issue at all. And then I go into my midterm and into my final, and everything will be great. And they failed in the midterm, And they were working as nutritionists for a longer period of time. Not that they would not have understood it, but they were just thinking, oh, I know all that,
Right.
And then we have very lay people who, I have a coach who works for a local factory, and she wanted to become a coach because she really loved the program. She was one of my clients and she really loved it. And she said, I want to help my family, and I know I can do this. And she didn't have a problem at all. So what we do as well in the online certification, we go step by step. Every every single lesson has actually then also checkpoints after the lessons where people can, or where our students can actually then see, did I understand everything? These are my checkpoints. I have to know this, what was taught here. And if they don't know the answer to a question, they can go back to the lesson, So as I said, it has, and then we have a midterm and have a final that our students have to pass. But in general, it's not a problem. And if there should be a problem, we are here to help.
Okay, so it sounds like if you apply yourself and you're really interested, it's going to be pretty easy, but it's something that you do have to apply yourself and actually, take it seriously.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you want to take everything in your life seriously, don't you?
I do.
And especially education. I do too. I do too.
Now, Sylvia, there's a lot of weight loss programs available to the public and to wellness practitioners. What makes the metabolic program different than what's out there?
Well, Metabolic Balance is a truly personalized meal plan. So the fundament, as we said before, is the case history of the client as well as the individual blood chemistry. And the program was developed to counteract metabolic syndrome and then leading then actually to weight loss as rather a nice side effect. So the first thing that is different here is it's not only the personalized nutrition plan where the specialists really put together the food items that will help the clients to balance their metabolism, but it's also the indispensable support and assistance for the client in the coaching sessions. So the client have one person, the coach, that they can contact and discuss their personal issues, the cheerleader or the soundboard for their problems, and really being there for them. But furthermore, metabolic balance is solely based on natural foods. We discussed that a little bit before. Unprocessed foods, we do not sell any supplements, pills, shakes, or injections for weight loss because, honestly, Phil, all those supplements can only work as long as you take them. They don't work anymore if you don't take them anymore. Our goal is to help clients understand their metabolism. Therefore, we teach them really what is important to know about inflammation, insulin, nutritional deficits, or rather how to balance their nutrient intake, what to eat, and why not to splurge on sweets too often. Now, I think I said it before, but what Metabolic Balance really strives for is the lifestyle change. It's really a personal step everyone has to take, and the coaches are there to support and assist. If you go on a diet, let's say eat half of what you eat before, many people do that till they reach their goal and then they continue like before. Well, that spells or results into yo-yo dieting right there. The metabolism has no idea which phase the person attempts to do, and honestly, mostly failed since people really after a diet, they often put on more weight in the non-dieting phase afterwards. And with Metabolic Balance, me coming out of the adult education, this is really my background, the adult education, and I personally know how important it is to really understand what the difference is. So what we do, we will teach every client what they have to do after they reach their goal, how to integrate healthy foods, and the trial and error that is just necessary to understand how the own metabolism works, and also to see or to understand their own individual downfall. And in my truth, for my own person and for my life, only if you know what a well-balanced metabolism feels like, then when you know that you don't have that anymore, but you want to strive for that healthy life and for this life in balance, for this metabolism in balance, because you want to get it back, this well-feel, this this well-being, and this life, this healthy life, and you get or there are life events that throw you back, some illnesses or any life events can throw you back in health, but you will always have the possibility or the knowledge what to do to get back to the healthy well-being.
That's really impressive, because you're really giving them a foundation that they can build on no matter what happens in their life, because they understand what's going on in their body. And that's right. Allows them to have a sustainable lifestyle as opposed to a diet, which is whatever, it's a 30-day, 60-day, whatever day diet you want. And then once you're off of it, then you go back to whatever you were doing, which is why you had to go on the diet in the first place.
Yes. All
right. Well,
absolutely.
I'm going to switch gears just a little bit here, and I want to put on my business person's hat and ask, besides providing a great service for a coach or for an existing practice, how does metabolic balance increase a practice's revenues or profits?
Well, I said already the return of investment is relatively fast. But also, and we discussed that before already, with Metabolic Balance as an offer, our coaches do not have to spend time thinking about the creation of a nutrition plan. So they can rather spend time coaching their clients, and it's a more one-on-one time with the clients that at the end of the day saves them time and therefore also money. But also by using our tools right, now the established red thread, I was talking about earlier, that we actually bring into the certification as well, and that's available for them to really go, for the coaches to really go in and look, where are the clients right now and where do I have to pick up. But this thread, with this thread or with this information that we have established, coaches have a tremendous opportunity to develop a lifelong relationship with a client. For example, 1 year after the start of the Metabolic Balance Program, it is possible to rebalance the metabolism. And at this point, we recommend to the coaches to contact their clients if they haven't been in contact before, to reestablish a relationship for the client, to revisit also the goals that had been set a year ago, and maybe the target has changed, but to really have this possibility after a year. And it's really easy to do that. We all have a calendar, online calendar, where we just have to put the name in, and we know exactly after a year or a couple of days before the year, I can contact them again. What I also, and I'm not sure if I talked about this, I don't think I talked about this before, but with our continuous education that our coaches receive from us, they actually also get some kind of more mindset coaching and support from us, to how to get into this, how to create more. And I have to step back a moment, because losing weight or a healthier lifestyle is something that has to do with a mindset. So with weight loss and lifestyle changes, it's an ongoing topic. So coaches can also be there for their clients and support them after a period of time. I still have contact with my clients who I have coached in 2006, less, absolutely less, but I still get recommendations from them because if they come towards other people, other friends of them, and they say, well, I have this and this problem. Well, they know metabolic balance has worked for them, so they recommend it to somebody else. And there is nothing better than the easy sell from a person who was successful in the program.
Well, that's pretty powerful because not only does metabolic balance give the coach an opportunity to build a relationship over time, metabolic balance continues to support their coaches so that they can actually do that. So as the metabolic coaches have relations with their clients, they also have a relationship. The coaches also have a relationship with metabolic balance to get for the ongoing support that help them do that.
Absolutely.
Now you've got you got some certification seminars coming up. Can you let us know where and when they are? And I think you have an incentive for people that do sign up.
Yes. Just around the corner on September 16th, actually, we will be in Chicago, close to the O'Hare Airport. And then in November the 3rd, we will be in San Francisco, the Bay Area. Now, our incentives for the early birds, when you register till August the 18th, you receive an additional free plan. So this is actually a great early bird. I mean, we have another 2 weeks, I think, till August 18th, and then you would receive a free plan.
That sounds
for
great.
Signing up.
Now, if someone wanted to sign up or learn more about metabolic balance or your certification seminars, where would they go?
Well, the best is actually our website, which is really easy, metabolic-balance.us or metabolic-balance.us. And there is also our our email address to contact us and also contact information like phone number and so on. So this is actually the easiest place to find more information about metabolic balance, but then also about our certification.
Well, that's great. Well, Sylvia, thank you so much for sharing the information about metabolic balance, your coaching certification program. And I encourage people to, if you are interested in helping people and helping them develop a sustainable lifestyle that's healthy, to really investigate metabolic balance. And again, Sylvia, thank you so much for spending time here on the show.
Thank you so very much for having me, Phil. It was a pleasure.
All right. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.